What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Ross the Boss coming at you with an all-new Let's Play Europa Universalis 4. We are continuing our campaign for the Better Than Napoleon achievement here. And so far, I would say it's going quite well. We are preparing for our invasion of England. And without further ado, let's dive in here. We have military access from Brabant. We will certainly accept that. In the meantime, we are going to go ahead and send this 10 stack down to Jerome, and of course bring the rest of my units up towards the Straits of Dover. And we do have quite a bit of money. We are still going to be saving our ducats to hopefully improve our technology to embrace colonialism. Right now we are receiving a 7% tech penalty for every technology that is not embraced. And we have a variety of different rebels, which you can see why I brought this 10 stack down to Jerome here, or Geronimo. Jerome, I believe. And of course, we have some English separatists as well. We can invest in a new idea. Having some new trade exploration could prove to be very, very useful as well. And let's send the rest of these units up towards the coast. We'll move this fleet over to Koo. And of course, attach to transport both of these units. We are going, if we do declare war on England, we will be forced to invade Scotland as well. So we are going to have to play very strategically. And of course, let's go ahead and unmothball this fort just in case. And we could play it safe. They're going to have 28 plus 21. Are they in a war? No, they are not. It might be nice. I don't even think we could blockade this port. You know, blockade the strait, I should say. I think what we're going to do is they have 28,000 plus 21. Altogether, we have 54,000. I don't want to have any mistakes, especially from what happened last time. So let's get a couple of divisions here. Add some more cannons. The last thing I want to do is have another failure and go into a lot of debt once again. I don't think I'm going to worry too much about ships. We could ignore the heresy, but I think we'll crack down on it. And of course, while we are waiting for the rest of these divisions to produce units here, we are going to go ahead and bring these units over to Paris. Actually, you know what? It should just be Scotland. Scotland and Holland. But of course, we will have Castile, most likely. And we have this 10 stack down here, so we certainly don't need to do too much. I want these Catalonian rebels to dissipate. So let's bring these 4 stacks down as well. I understand that I'm paying full army maintenance for the time being, but that will be fine. The papal authority could happen. This is high treason and no less. We shall have Robert. This cannot continue. Now we know at least. I certainly don't want the papacy to enter any type of negative mission. So let's go ahead and just lose 10 prestige. We certainly could afford it. We are going to bring both of our ships back to Koo and Normandy, and we are almost ready for our invasion here. And slowly, these rebels are dissipating over time. We have 58,000 men. We should be able to easily take both Scotland and England. And obviously, if Castile helps us out with the help of Aragon and now Naples, and possibly even Savoy, we could certainly keep Holland here at bay. Genoa now has 100, so we are going to return him home and start improving the relationship here with Holland. They're obviously going to be our enemy here in just a moment. And once we hit the 1st of January, we won't need to leave these 14 stack of units here. I think what we'll also do is combine these units and possibly produce one more unit of infantry, one more unit of cavalry, and possibly we should have 14 plus 2, which would be 16. But I would really like to have more artillery. But I guess we're not going to worry about that just yet. 1, 2. Oh, I'm sorry. We don't need mercenaries. 1, 2. Did it again. 1, 2. 1 unit of cavalry, 1 unit of infantry. And we'll move all of our units to Paris here. We are very close to annexing this vassal. We're obviously going to do that before our war even begins. Very soon, Lucca will have 100 influence or improved relation. And when that happens, we'll take our diplomat over and we'll start the annexation of these 2 provincial territories, Anjou and Broye, further expanding our empire. And we are going to consolidate our navy here to have 16 ships in 1 unit. Well, it obviously looks like I can't count. And so we have 16 ships and, of course, 18,000 units. So what we'll do is we'll bring this 10 stack up to London and bring this 2 stack together as well. And reconsolidate our regiments. Let's go ahead and build 2 more cogs just in case. And it looks like we have our last cannon being constructed. While we're waiting, we will go ahead and unmothball all of our forts. Looks like our fleets are together. We will bring this fleet back into the port, and obviously here into Normandy. These are mothballed. That's why I'm not able to move them. And in 21 days, we're going to go ahead and attack England here. Scotland and Holland. Woo! Castile doesn't want to join, Savoy doesn't want to join, and Scotland doesn't want to join. Obviously, Scotland is not my ally. You know, I really do think I could win outright, but I'm not too sure about Holland's forces. I wonder how much influence I could use. Of course, I could improve their trust, and I could improve their ask Savoy to prepare for war. How about now? Here we go. And of course, it will cost another 10 favors here, so 30 in all, just to have Savoy into the fray. We are going to conquer Essex. Probably some other territories as well, but we have to keep in mind our aggressive expansion is getting rather high. And the siege begins. Now, what I'm going to do is I want to create some sort of line here. Now, obviously, we have hills, woods, and woods. This could prove very useful. We could have some additional prestige, and we will certainly have that as well. Burgundy asks for military access. We are going to decline because we hate Burgundy. And, of course, we are going to create our line here. Do we have any generals assigned? It looks like we do not. Let's go ahead and assign this unit as well, just in case. And we have a free advisor slot. We, of course, will take the land maintenance modifier. And we have a question of right between province and France. We could obviously take the province, but they will become upset. And obviously we have started our war already, so might as well just take this. And they will become even more upset. We don't need this castle, and of course we can finally create this territory into one of our cores. They are going to become quite upset. Negative 118 modifier. Nobility loses 10 influence. And we have 3 lazy diplomats. I believe Flanders will become very upset once I finish this war. So let's go ahead and improve their relationship. I believe Utrecht will become very upset as well, so we will improve them. Holland is fine. Brabant is quite scary, so let's tap you out, or at least get you to 100 as well. And unfortunately, as soon as these ships begin to build, the one in Normandy will most likely get destroyed. Because, you know, it's going to auto attempt to consolidate. So we are going to be building a second order here in port. Now, our siege is going quite well, at least for the time being. We are going to siege down Somerset. Now, our war goal is Essex, and we have taken over Essex as well. And, of course, we're about to have our very first battle here. And just in case, we are going to bring this unit into Gloucestershire. And it looks like we are going to have a massive, massive battle. We do have a penalty. And, of course, here comes Scotland as well. Absolutely demolishing and stack wiping almost 21,000 troops. There's nothing that they're going to be able to do. And no need to be using all of this attrition. And the war presses on. Local traders demand aid. Sure, I don't necessarily want any unrest. And having a negative modifier for the next 5 years could be a little annoying. So we'll send them 100 ducats. That is quite expensive, but we will be fine. I think we'll get over it in time. And, of course, our Lincolnshire province, the fortress is going down. We have been sieging it for almost 230 days. And the siege of Somerset has officially been successful. And unfortunately, we have a plague, so obviously we need to send modern medicine and the flu vaccine and smallpox vaccine. I don't even know if we have that. It's the year 1516. And we are going to surround the English here and try to annihilate them from all sides. And here we go. They're about to get absolutely destroyed. 45,000 men versus 22,000 men. And we managed to destroy almost 15. And of course, we now are going to be reclaiming some of the territory of England. Now, I wonder what it would look like if I decided to do something a little crazy like this. 116. Everybody here is going to hate me, but of course, the only one we really need to worry about is Austria and the Papal States as well. And I wonder if I can improve our relationship even farther. Now, I may also want to go ahead and try to get some sort of aggressive expansion modifier, negative 20%. That's one of my biggest fears as of right now, is having a coalition against us. We are going to be sieging down their capital, sending some units into Northumberland and Cumbria. Looks like we are about to have another battle coming up. And of course, we have the negative terrain bonus. Making quick work of the English military. But of course, having a, as soon as we hit the 1st of December, a lot of these countries will not be joining the fray. And I guess we'll see what that looks like here in just a second. And now it's the 1st. Let's take a look at that aggressive expansion modifier. A lot of them are gone, and on the next 1st of January of 1518, Austria and Switzerland will no longer be here. So really all we're worrying about right now is the Papal States and Brabant and possibly Liege. And of course, we do have 5 out of 5 diplomatic reputation slots. So even if we were to release a state such as Wales, I'm not sure they would necessarily join us. We could obviously try it, see how that works out. In fact, that is actually what I might do. I don't think we need these territories. That'll bring us down a lot less aggressive expansion, and we could release Wales. I'm not sure if they would like us, though. And maybe even some smaller territories as well. Or, of course, I could take one of these smaller territories. Oh no, we have a massive, massive battle here. And it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to send troops over. Looks like I can. They don't have any general, so we'll have to send one over. And the siege of England is going quite well. We've taken over Cornwall. And their capital of Yorkshire is about to fall. It might be nice to take over their 31 development capital. The Reformation branches out. The siege of Yorkshire has been successful. Good news, good news. Let's start sieging down Lothian. And unfortunately, this aggressive expansion is quite high. England's going to hate us for a long time. Flanders, Liege. I'm not really sure this is what I want. What if I did this? Let's take all your money. Let's have war reparations. I obviously want Essex. I want Lincolnshire. That's already negative 45 aggressive expansion. Burgundy doesn't matter. England doesn't matter. Obviously, I can't vassalize England outright. What if I had them release Northumberland? Not necessarily sure that's what I want either. I obviously want as much territory here in the English trade node as I possibly can get. So if we head over to our trade map mode, we really want all of this. And might as well try for it. This is what I want. 115. We're going to have to wait one more year until the 1st of January. And we really need to worry about Württemberg, Memmingen. So let's find those. Excuse me. Let's improve our relationship all the way. And of course, we now need to find Memmingen. We'll improve you as well. It looks like we already have, or at least we are. That's really odd. This is Württemberg. Alright, third time's the charm. So, obviously, Württemberg will hate us. Obviously, Scotland will hate us, but there's nothing we can do about Scotland. Aachen is quite high, and I believe there's nothing we can do to try to get Liege to like us. We could improve their relationship again. We'll try it, but, ooh, and we could offer them a vassalization. But obviously, our aggressive expansion is going to be going through the roof very soon here. I wonder if there's anything I can do about taking some of their heavy ships. I know they have an opportunity or an option to sell them at some point throughout the game, but I'm just not too sure if that'll ever be a possibility. Alright, well, looks like I am going to go ahead and end the episode here. As always, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in episode 12 in just a few minutes.